If you've just been laid off, don't panic. Here are 5 things that you need to do right now to protect yourself both financially, mentally, and professionally. Hey, I'm Jamie, and if you're new to this channel, I have just been laid off. And I'm actually going to be documenting my journey having just been laid off. My goal is to find a remote work from anywhere job, launch my very own online business, and also travel the world as a digital nomad. Now, I'm going to be documenting this entire journey with yourselves, telling you exactly how it is, what's worked, what's not, and leveraging all of my insights that I've learned on my journey with yourself. In this video, I'm going to be sharing you with the first steps that you need to take, mindset, with your money and your job search. I'm going to share with you the feelings that I have had in order to feel like you're in control rather than lost, and also the best career moves in order for you to bounce back quicker. So starting at number 1, you need to take control of your finances. Having just been laid off, you want to check your severance package. Some companies offer severance package paid out of PTO or also extended health benefits. Now, I was actually surprised to learn that as part of my layoff, I actually got unlocked an additional week's pay, which I was actually unaware of. So that is really, really useful. You also want to apply to any unemployed benefits if that is applicable to you. Here in Canada, we actually pay into an employment insurance as part of our full-time employment, which covers for you if you are victim of layoffs. It's definitely not much, but it definitely helps pay the bills when you need it the most. Now, these processes can take time to actually go through, so I recommend doing that straight away. In my experience, there was actually a waiting period of up to 1 week after I was laid off before the actual employment insurances kick in. Now, you want to pause any unnecessary expenses and create somewhat of a lean budget. And what I mean by this is you want to cut those subscriptions that aren't essential. You know what I'm talking about. The Netflixes, the Amazon Primes, perhaps the Spotify accounts. Right now, put all these on pause because you don't have that income coming in to pay for them. And as soon as you're fixed up again, you can switch those subscriptions back on. Now, you also want to refrain from eating out. Again, this isn't the best way to spend your money. If you can cut back on eating out and preserve those funds and perhaps spend that more on your grocery shopping so that you can better plan out your meal plans for the week, that will definitely help your wallet and with your budget. For now, also leisure activities or anything that isn't helping you get you a job right now is probably best to put a pause on those until you are fixed up with a guaranteed income. But don't get me wrong, if you are unemployed for a long period of time, this can definitely get to you. So don't completely cut everything out. If you need to go to the cinema or just do something with your friends that might cost a bit of money, go and do it. Your social life doesn't have to stop, because that, again, won't even give you any motivation to persevere. Now, another really handy thing to do is to look at side gigs or hustles. Consider freelancing work, something that can bring in some money whilst you're looking for a job. My instance, I've actually subscribed to Fiverr to leverage some of the kind of video editing skills that I've already got and that I am learning with this YouTube channel. Another tip is to sell any things that you might have that are just stuck in there in the wardrobe. There is so many pieces of equipment, so much stuff that I actually have that I've now put on Marketplace just to help out with those bills. So again, I'm kind of slimming down here, so to speak, whilst also extending that runway for me to find my job. Now, another useful tip is to use any kind of budget tracking software, anything like Mint, YNAB, or perhaps a Notion page to keep on top of your finances. I personally use Google Notes, where I can just easily put in my expenses into a sheet, and then I transfer that into an Excel spreadsheet every month. This is just something I've been doing for the past 3 or 4 years, so I'm really used to that format. But just find something that works for you, and then once you actually got that laid out in a budget, you can see where all these unnecessary expenses are coming from. Me, myself, I am a victim to the cafes. I love my coffee, and I know that is something that I can really reduce each month, and therefore, again, extend that runway for me finding a job. Okay, now number 2, you want to manage your emotions and mindset. Now, layoffs aren't personal. Even top performers can get laid off in a company. In my instance, I was reassured by my employer and my boss that it was nothing to do with the performance basis, which is quite true because I was smashing it for the past previous year. It's all about budget cuts, departmental changes, things like that, that in essence are out of your control. But I know the feeling. It is so hard to not take it personally. So my top tip is to take a few days for yourself to decompress. You need time to process your emotions. So go and do anything that you need to help with that, whether it's just simply going for a walk, going on for a hike, going away for the weekend with your friends or partner. Just decompress and process and give yourself time. But one thing, don't dwell on it too long, because this can really hinder you progressing onto your next stage. Another great mindset you can have is to reframe this into an opportunity. There are so many instances where I've heard on LinkedIn where people have actually changed a layoff to an opportunity. They've started a new business. They've taken the opportunity to change careers or get a new job in a better location, better salary, better conditions. Use this as leverage to step up your game and go in a direction that best suits you. You also want to surround yourself with positive people. You want to avoid negativity and you want to connect with people who have gone through this with you. There are so many instances where this happens. You are not alone, myself included. So I really hope that this channel will help give you the motivation that you need to carry on. So a great exercise you can do is write down 3 things that you are most excited about. This helps shift your focus from fear to possibilities instead. Okay, so now you've taken time to decompress and you've also worked on your mindset. Here's number 3. You need to get straight onto it and update your resume and LinkedIn page. You can enable the open to work banner feature on LinkedIn. This helps let recruiters and employers know that you are now open to work. You can also optimize your headline and about me section, gearing it to more of what you've got experience in and also what you're looking for your next role. You can even do a simple post to let everyone know that you are open to work, even putting your thoughts out there of the layoff. When you take the time to actually be vulnerable to people, you will be surprised with your reactions and comments that you'd get from that. You are putting yourself out there, and trust me, you are not alone. People will respond and people will support. You want to take a look at your resume now. You need to update it for your most relevant and recent experiences. You want to quantify all the achievements that you've made over your career path in your different job roles. Try and avoid putting things like job descriptions or roles and responsibilities. Employers really want to learn what you've achieved and how you've changed the company for the better. So if you can really quantify what you've achieved, that'd be awesome. You can also tailor your resume for new roles. Perhaps you're taking on a new career or industry. This is where you really want to tailor your resume to that new role. So really just refine that resume to include experiences that actually match, align, or have transferable skills to one to the other. Now, you want to ask for recommendations. Ask previous colleagues or managers to give you some testimonials that you can upload to LinkedIn. This is so useful to have proof of your work ethic and what you like to work with for potential employers and recruiters. If anything, it's like having a reference but ahead of the game. You also want to kind of clean up your online presence. And what I mean by that is simply type your name into Google and let's see what comes up. If there's anything that shouldn't really be there or is really a retractor to your brand or personal image, try and take those steps to remove them. The last thing you want is an employer to search you on Google or online and see you completely drunk on a night out, perhaps. I know, we've all been there. Now you can use any kind of like AI tool like ChatGPT, or Resume Reworded is another one, which can help you just refine your resume and kind of really polish it up for you. Okay, number 4, you want to start your job hunting the smart way. So what I mean by this, there are a couple of steps that I'm personally taking that help drive success. 1, keep an activity tracker. So you can use things like Notion pages, anything like ClickUp, or I just simply use a Google spreadsheet for this. And you basically list down all of the companies you're applying to, the dates that you applied for them, the roles that you're applying to, as well as a link to the job description. And this really helped keep track of all your applications. So if you do get any responses back, you can simply mark as green, you've got made it to the next stage. Red, you were unsuccessful or got that standard automatic reply when they've already filled the position. And it really just helps to keep on top of your applications, keep yourself accountable that you are applying every single day. And also a quick reference. So if you do make it to interview stages, you can see and get hold of that job description straight away. 2, you want to target companies that are actively hiring. So use all of those job boards that are out there at your disposal. I've actually got a link that my partner has created, like a PDF document that has all of the different job boards that hire remotely, which I'm actually using too. Some examples include Remotely, We Work Remotely, Angel List, or simply LinkedIn Jobs. Now, number 3, you want to network like crazy. Did you know that nearly 80% of job opportunities aren't even on job boards? You want to reach out to former colleagues, industry contacts, or friends that might be able to help out here. Perhaps they know of roles that are currently hiring in their particular company, and being able to use them as a referral would totally get you at the top of that pile. And number 4, this one isn't used a lot, and I must say, this is what I've learned more so from sales, is that you want to cold email hiring managers. Again, don't just rely on your traditional resume and application route. You want to be doing things different. So really putting yourself out there, they will notice, and that will certainly help you stand out amongst the crowd. So to round up, I would probably suggest you need to apply to a minimum of 3 to 5 job postings per day, keeping yourself accountable on that job application spreadsheet. You want to be sending anything between 2 to 3 LinkedIn messages to potential recruiters or hiring managers. And you also want to be sending the odd follow-up email as well to those job roles that you really, really want. Now, number 5, this is the time for you to think, for you to consider whether there is a new career path that you want to go down or a side hustle perhaps. This is the perfect opportunity to do so. I saw a picture the other day on, don't know if it was Facebook or LinkedIn, but it basically depicted a child, an adult, and a grandparent, and how all of these 3 different things of time, money, and energy differ between the 3 stages. As a child, you have time, you have energy, but not so much the money. As an adult, you have energy and money, but not so much the time. And as an older adult, you have the money, you have the free time, but sadly, you don't have the energy like you did when you're younger. And this is the same as part of redundancies. You now have this abundant amount of time, but sadly, you don't have the money anymore. So use that energy that you still have to redirect your focus. Is it a new career? Was that previous career serving you? Were you feeling fulfilled? Or is this the time in which you can now focus on a new career? Or you can take the time to gain new skills to go in the direction that you want. Ask yourself, do you want to pivot? Do you want to be working in the same role? Again, if there's any particular industries or jobs that you are interested in, like myself in video editing, you leverage that at this point. Create a profile on Upwork, Fiverr, or Contra. This will really help create your freelancing or consultation work very quickly. And you can test it out, whether you enjoy it or not. Whilst you're job hunting, you also don't want to be wasting this time. You can actually leverage it to upskill. There are so many courses online these days that there is a wealth of information out there. Many of it which is free as well. You can use anything to do with YouTube videos, or if you prefer more of the traditional paid route of courses, you've got Udemy, you've got Teachable, you've got Coursera. There is plenty of resources out there. And lastly, you can also start a business. Is there an idea that you've been working on or have had that you've really wanted to go ahead and do? layoffs are the perfect time to now explore that opportunity. I am doing that. I'm starting an online course with my partner called Standout Videos. And this is an online course that helps job seekers like you, like me, stand out in the market by leveraging videos and video marketing as part of your application. You'd be surprised at the amount of success that I've been having previously over the past 4 years using this particular method. And again, I'm going to be using this method on my job search now, so I'll certainly keep you posted on how it goes. You can check out this course in the description below if it is of interest to you. Now, a great exercise you can do for this is write down 3 potential career paths or job opportunities that you've had in the past and go out and explore them. So getting laid off is tough, I know, but this is also an opportunity for a new start. And trust me, follow these 5 steps and you will be in a better position than you were before. So I'm going through this journey too, and I'm going to be sharing all of the lessons that I learn along the way to hopefully better support you and myself. So be sure to subscribe to this fresh, brand new channel. The support means the world to me if you want real life, authentic insights into what happens with my journey and the lessons I learn along the way. Now, I'd love to hear from you too. Have you been the victim of a layoff recently or perhaps in the past? How did you navigate it and how did you best bounce back from it? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic too. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week on a brand new video and some more updates. Cheers.